If you can remember, during the COVID times, 500 million was decreed by the president, of course, to be spent on COVID expenses.
Gambia Participates is a youth-led civil society organization that focuses on enhancing transparency and accountability in the public sector. Today, at the Meets Residence Hotel, Gambia Participates engaged other civil society organizations to present to them the COVID-19 model report formulated by the International Budget Partnership with key findings on how COVID-19 monies were expended in the Gambia.
$845,000 was also earmarked for COVID expenses. But out of this whole sum, 363 million was also earmarked specifically to cater for COVID expenses, notably to pay for hotels that the quarantine persons were lodged at.
All these was revealed by a survey carried out by Gambia Participates, the open budget survey which captures three key areas: transparency, oversight, and public participation in the national budget process. Mar Nyang, Executive Director, Gambia Participates, explains more on the open budget survey and how important open budget survey can be for a country like the Gambia.
So the open budget survey is a fact-based research, not an opinion-based research. And later it is also reviewed by a peer reviewer. So it is a very transparent way of making sure that every information and answer that is given to each indicator is backed by facts and is reviewed by a government. If they are available, 2019 they were available. Unfortunately, this time around they will not be reviewing.
With billions of dollars allocated for the COVID-19 response in the Gambia without proper oversight, is a risk, says Executive Director, Gambia Participates, and therefore calls on all civil society organizations to push recommendations made by the National Audit Office on the use of public funds.
Because we do not have the level of oversight over there, they spend the money and then we react, but the risk is the money has already been spent.
Some civil society organizations raise concerns over some unallocated COVID-19 funds, lack of public engagement, and more.
How many millions are we talking about? They disappeared like that? How do we ship 4 boxes with $2 million?
Sustainable approach should, really be empowered in how we actually challenge these government decisions. Unfortunately, we just heat it up in the first week. For example, a particular money is squandered, or there's a particular misrepresentation of expenditure, and we hit it on social media, and there's a campaign. After 1 week, it's off.
Do the citizens even know the importance of the National Development Plan? Do they know the budget allocation? I think civil society, we can do all this research, but we also have to make sure that citizens are informed first, they are empowered, and then whenever we make noise, you can see citizens will come out.
The way forward is advocacy, continuing to push for these public documents to be publicly available to citizens. At least the Ministry of Finance is doing a great job in publishing these documents, but still there's still room for improvement. This is still not enough. You saw how the Gambia was scored from the scale of 0 to 0.2, and that is to show it's very limited, right? So the government should actually do more in making sure that these documents are publicly available. I mean, we're not asking for much. We are asking you to give us an account of what you spent, how you spent it. That is all we ask for.
Gambia Participates recommends to the National Assembly to introduce key performance indicator in allocating budgets to various government institutions. Ivan Ade Wilson for Sahel Network TV, Banjul.